Hello, we're Readers, Wives,
and Robotnik.
It's all different. Me and Chris know each other a good few years. I only met Anna last year. Ben and me go back a good few years as well. Kind of the same time as Chris. Disco was kind of a fan of mine when I was acoustic guy, and I was a fan of his as a person for the same amount of time. And Doug, we were lucky to find just maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
I was on a street corner.
Yeah.
He found me, and it's good he saved me, really. Thank you.
What does Readers' Wives mean to you, Chris?
Well, Niall, I think Readers' Wives means when someone buys a porn magazine and they read letters from their wives, actual public people, their wives send in letters.
And photos sometimes.
And photo themselves sometimes, yes. And then other men from all over the world read the letters and they get turned on by the wives of other men.
Precisely because of the reality involved, Chris?
Yes. Yes, that's true. Precisely of the reality. Everybody, what does Robotnik mean to you? Ben?
Well, to me, Robotnik means more than one thing on more than one level. On the lowest level, Robotnik means worker.
Yes.
It's a word, I think, isn't it? It's a
Polish word.
Polish word, yeah.
On another level, it's a character in a Super Mario video game.
That's true.
Dr. Robotnik, I
Sonic
believe.
the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Sonic
the Hedgehog. I knew
That's
that.
right.
I was only kidding. Just testing your acumen.
Humor.
On the highest level, I think Robotnik is just Chris working his ass off, trying to be, like, you know, out there doing something interesting that's not just electro mindlessness or, you know, singer-songwriter mindlessness, but kind of like taking
the mind.
taking like the electro aspect and the singer-songwriter
That's
aspect.
20 now, Ben?
Really?
See the way he didn't give it to him?
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think it's interesting what Chris is doing because he's actually doing something that's, you know, fun and poppy and catchy, but it's also really, really credible in the sort of snobbish indie world and the electro world, you know? It's really good music as well, so not really much to say about it besides that.
What does it mean?
What does it mean to you?
Paying into your friends' gigs.
I don't care, I'm paid.
A lot of people get it wrong. They think we've made a mistake by putting the apostrophe in readers, but it's actually one reader, many wives, which a lot of people get confused by. But that's because, like, Niall is the reader, and he works with all these different people, which are like his wives, and we are all kind of very much in love with each other. So that's what it means, and we haven't got it wrong. We did go to school, so there you go.
Chris, you ever read anything bad about yourself
Uh,
in the Irish music press?
I'm like a karaoke machine.
Someone say that about you?
I liked it. And then also...
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And also, my album was too long.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, that is true.
Yeah,
That would have been a choice of yours, right?
and it was funny because I met a journalist who was the first person, one of the first journalists that wrote about that, and I met him at a conference session yoke for music, and he was going, "Oh, Chris, hi, I'm the guy that like reviewed your album. I was one of the first to say it was too long.
All the songs are great, but it's too
It
long.
was too long," and I was like, "It wasn't too long," and he was like, "I know, but I was just at the time I was thinking that way," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's only 15 songs." I don't know. It hurt me really a lot, like, and
Where?
here, my heart.
In his keelings. It hurt his keelings.
Sorry. It's there.
It hurt me in the fleece.
Actually, hold on.
Oh,
Right,
In that
right,
nipple.
right here. Right here.
sorry, effects.
They got really good reviews. There was one extremely lazy review from a guy called Ed Power, who works for Hot Press.
Obviously, you didn't listen to the album.
Obviously didn't listen to the album, and you know, it's just kind of annoying. You put a lot of work in. If he's not going to listen to it, it's annoying. Maybe he didn't have the time. Well, that's probably what he's paid for.
Just a drag.
We had this whole idea, Chris and I, of doing like our alter egos, and they were these sort of cross-dressing sociopathic monster weirdos that were egomaniacs. Yeah, basically Doug and Disco. No, they were called Butler Hopkins and Simon Smuts. It was really funny. And we tried to like act them out.
Ben looked hot. I just looked like an idiot.
No, you looked strangely like you really belonged in like the tranny scene.
Yeah.
It was weird because the red wig and then like the Chris without glasses is something to behold, man. It's just weird if you know him really well. It's just a bit like it's like.
Check out those bedroom lights.